All right. All right. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I don't know. I'm in a little bit of I feel a weird, strange energy current. I don't know what it is. It's not a bad one. I think it's probably a good one, but I'm not going to try to define it because I really don't know what it is. I feel like I'm not in my usual streaming headspace right now, you know? I'm a little, you know, I'm a little out there, I suppose. I don't know. I don't really know how to define it, I guess. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to get at, really, I guess. So we'll see how that develops. We'll see how that develops over the course of the stream. I make no promises. I make no promises at coherency or uh, anything like that. But then again, I never do. That's not different from any other stream. So the tea is good tonight. It's got good flavor to it. I think this might be one of those art streams where it's more just kind of hanging out. It's less art and it's more just kind of hanging out. I'm just going to pretend to do art in the background. I think is probably how it's going to go. That's my guess. I don't know for certain, but that's what I imagine will happen. Anyway, hello, hi, welcome. How's it going? What's up? What up, Edmund? What up, Stone? I am not. We've been over this many times. I always take a shower before I stream. It's part of the pre-stream prep. Part of the pre-stream prep is that I stream water over myself and cleanse my body of contaminants. So, this is like the point of the day. This is like the point of the day where I am the least smelly. I have the least amount of stink coming off of me. If anything, I smell good, or at least neutral. Yeah, that's a fairly appropriate emote of the day, I would say. I don't think I can scribble the feeling. It'll take too much brain power. It'll take too much effort. I did see Pate. I did in fact see Pate. That was quick. I'm surprised. Pate has already taken physical form. I was shocked even. Takes that long to restart your computer? Damn. But anyway, I think like I don't know. I'm looking at the avatar on screen. I think it's I don't know. I think it is time for an update. I'm glad that I have hammered out a new outfit to wear on the stream. Because I don't know, I feel like I really do have kind of a dour expression on my face, don't I? I really do have kind of a dour, defeated look on my face in this version. I don't know. I don't think I really embody that anymore. I don't think it's really accurate anymore. Maybe at one time it was. Probably during the time that this was being produced, it was very accurate. But nowadays, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it really fits anymore. I don't think it quite captures the essence. I think it's false advertising, really, is mostly what it is. I think it gives the wrong impression, you know? But maybe that's good. Maybe that's an asset. Maybe that's a little bit of a, you know, what do they call it? Gap moe, you know? I look very downtrodden and defeated, but I'm actually much more chipper underneath, you know? I'm very world weary, but I haven't really. I chose the signs of wear and tear, but deep down, I'm still bubbly and effervescent. Maybe not that. Maybe that's going a little too far. I don't think it's really accurate to be describing myself using words like bubbly and effervescent, but I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna say there should probably be like, I don't know, there might be an interim avatar before the live 2D one gets made, because I do have to do something for Halloween. I do have to do something for Halloween, and I think making a full other Halloween look for a live 2D thing would just be like, that would just be way too much. So I think there's probably going to be one for October. And then I'll try to have, I don't know, I take it back. I'm not going to try to have anything. I'm not going to try to do anything. I make no promises about anything. I immediately retract my statement partway through making it. I do not aim to have anything at any point. Consider yourself lucky if it happens at all. I don't know. Bubbly maybe. Effervescent, I'm not really seeing it. I'm not really seeing the effervescence. But bubbly in that the frog literally looks like a bubble. It looks like if it inhaled a little bit more air, it would start to float away. But yeah, it's been a decent day so far. It's been nice and calm. Like I said, I think I've recovered from my uh low mood that I was in right before that. I did look at the second image. I did look at the second image. It is a very high resolution picture. You are correct. Actually, I could tell you the resolution right now. It is 5,312 pixels by 2,988 pixels, if you wanted to know exactly, which is a very large image. I think I'm feeling a bit sleepy, I think. I think I can feel the sleepies entering my mind, entering my brain, my very soul, my essence. Ugh. Any thoughts on Pate? Not particularly, I gotta say. I like the little smirk, but I don't know if I have anything else to add after that. I still haven't really. I thought of some ideas for the campaign, but they're very isolated ideas, like encounters or monsters or like general dungeon ideas. But I haven't really hammered out what I want the flavor or the feeling to be. I have some ideas, so I don't know. I guess what I will say is I want it to be very colorful. I want it to be very colorful. Uh and not wacky, but like surreal and weird. I'm gonna try to have fun with it. I'm gonna try to make it I don't know, phantasmagoric, I'll say. I'm gonna try to make it feel like a fever dream. I guess that's the flavor. That's the general idea that I'm going for. But nothing's really been nailed down beyond that yet. I mean, it seems like we have enough people to play, so it looks like it's going to happen at some point. So I'll have to start thinking about that more seriously. Because it is going to take a lot of effort. It is going to take a lot of work, but I like doing it. I definitely like being a DM much more than I like being a player, that's for sure. Not that I've done a whole heck of a lot of either, but it is a little bit starting a campaign in like old school essentials or like an old school style game. It can be hard sometimes because they're like fucking difficult. Like it can be hard to come up with a starting scenario that's not like going to get somebody killed instantly. It can sometimes be a bit difficult to design something that's like uh fair, you know? It gets a little bit easier as time goes on. And people get a little bit stronger and they feel things out a little bit better and they sort of know what's up. But at the very beginning, when you're just thrust into danger as a level 1 adventure, that's what I'm saying though. It doesn't take 800,000 bandits. It takes like one, and that like might be too much for you to handle at level 1. Like one-on-one fight is like there's like a 50-50 shot you have of making it out alive. That's what I mean. It doesn't take a lot to kill you at first level. So it can sometimes be a bit challenging, but it also depends on how many people are playing. It also depends on how many people are actually there, you know, in the party. I don't understand those references. I don't know what that then that doesn't mean anything to me. I don't get the Daggerfall references, but I think I know what you're getting at. Yeah, like a big bug or like a larger than average rat is like a legitimate threat. You'll probably win, but it's definitely not a guarantee. You'll probably survive, but it's definitely not guaranteed. That's for sure. I'm excited though. I've had an itch to do something like this for a while. So I'll probably be talking about it a lot because I get very excited about these kinds of things. So I really do try to put a lot of effort into it. Probably more effort than I need to or is necessary, but still. I do try to put I do put a lot of effort into it. What was I gonna say? I think Picture is probably down to play too. He always says he is, but then I tried to talk to him about it earlier and he never responded to me. So I don't know. I don't know for certain, but I think he might have been at work. I think he was working. So we'll see about that. But yeah, enough about that for now. I guess I can't work on that on the stream either. I guess I can't work on that on the stream now that I think about it. I was thinking that that could be like a good thing to figure out while I'm streaming if I don't have anything else to do or if I just need something to like if I have an art stream or something and I don't have anything prepared or like I don't, you know, I want to do like an extra stream or something like but I guess I can't. Off Scott. No, I don't think he's been up to any I don't think he's been having any adventures lately from what I've gathered. I think he's just been busy with working and things like that. I don't think he's been doing anything exciting. I think he's just been doing lame normal stuff. Oh, I ate a big bowl of pasta before the stream. Sorry for the delay, by the way. I just sort of let time get away from me. And I was also playing games with my friends. So I was playing some Deadlock. Deadlock is back, baby. I'm very happy. They just did a very big update, and I'm very pleased. They're adding a bunch of new characters who are all really cool looking and fun. They completely overhauled the graphics and like it's not just like a menu. You like load into like a little lobby now. You load into like a little lounge where you can walk around and do things. It's very cool. It's very nice. I like it. I'm sure you'll be able to buy $500 cosmetics off of the Steam Marketplace at some point that you can put in your little pre-game hangout lobby. I'm very excited. Oh, this is a place. Okay, I thought it was a thing, but it's a place. I thought the canton of Saint Quentin the Third, Saint Quentin Dash 3. I don't know what that's how that's supposed to be read out loud. Also, I find it interesting that this is an this is a .svg.ping. It was originally an SVG, but then they saved it as a ping to the website. And they still left the .svg in there, which is very funny. Which SVG is a vector file. Probably stands for like standard vector graphic or something like that. I'm really just chewing up time. I'm really just chewing up so much time at the beginning of the stream, but it's whatever. What did we do yesterday? Oh yeah, we beat Ace Combat 5. That game was fun. I liked it a lot. The ending wasn't as exciting as I expected it to be. I expected the final mission to be a little bit more exciting than it was, though, I guess. Just because I'd heard that song that plays. I'd heard that song that plays during the final mission like a long ass time ago. I've known that song for a long time, and it's go listen to it on its own because it's fucking super epic. And I mean that, yeah, I mean epic in the very literal definition of the word. It is an epic anthem. I don't know. It's a very cool song, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It makes you imagine something very grandiose in your mind. And the final mission was still pretty cool, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. And also, I feel like I took out the enemy. I feel like I took out the enemy planes like extremely quickly. I don't know if I just like did that very fast or if they're not that difficult, but like I feel like they got kind of owned very quickly. So I don't know. But overall, great game. I liked it a lot. Definitely a lot better than Ace Combat 4, that's for sure. I like Ace Combat 4, but it's improved in pretty much every category from Ace Combat 4. Administrative Division in Northern France. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's okay. It's split into 3. I see. That's why it's the 1, 2, and 3. It's a little weird that it is just 1, 2, and 3 and not like they didn't give it like West San Quentin or like South Saint Quentin or something like that. They just literally went 1, 2, 3. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I guess it used to be that. Anyway, I gotta think of what I wanna listen to. I haven't really decided yet. Again, I don't know what the mood is. I don't know what the vibe is right now. So I gotta figure that out, I guess. I need to decide. I need to decide what the vibe is. I need to make a vibrational determination very quickly. I guess I don't have to do it quickly. I don't have to do anything quickly. I don't have to do anything at all, really. If I don't want to. Oh, my stomach is very full after that cup of tea. I'm feeling it now. I feel a weight in my tummy after that. I think I'm pretty much at capacity right now. What is this? Oh, hey. Well, I already know what I'm going to be drawing. That's not the decision point. I already know what I'm going to be working on. Is that what you call a group of meerkats a mob? I did not know that. A mob of meerkats. That's like, I don't know, that seems a bit too... That seems a bit too unruly for a group of meerkats. But then again, I don't know how rowdy meerkats get as a group. When I think of a mob, I think like, you know, I think of a bit of rowdiness, I think of a bit of danger, I think of a bit of riotous behavior. A mob is never up to any good. A mob is something you want to stay away from. See, like, it fits for kangaroos. You definitely want to avoid a mob of kangaroos. That's for gosh dang sure. That's for gosh darn sure. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much for free. You don't even gotta pay me. Let's listen to some Chanel beads. Let's listen to some Chanel beads. Why don't we? That seems good. They have lookouts to protect themselves from the narcs. I see. That one's on the lookout. I really like this band, or this album at least. I don't think I've listened to anything else from them, but it's got a nice vibe to it. It's got a nice, I don't know. It's unique. Now I kind of just want to listen to music. I gotta figure out, I gotta get like the DJ setup going. I gotta figure out what that is. Because I do really want to do stuff like that. I gotta start practicing. But yeah, we're going back to the Scribblemelia animation because it's still not done. I still didn't do it. But yeah, I can't quite play it through because it's a little like, it's not done yet and I'm adding shit to it, but I'm adding more scrunch. She scrunches a little bit more. And then she pops into position. But I'm adding frames. So I feel like this needs to scrunch more too. The maximum scrunchiness, I feel like needs to scrunch. She needs to scrunch further. I think we're gonna scrunch her up a little bit more. What is this? Oh wow. Baby meerkats are pretty adorable. That was almost like that was almost like genetically engineered to be the most adorable face you can imagine. God was really on one whenever they made this thing. They're like, I'm gonna outdo myself. We're gonna crank the cuteness to max today. What baby animals aren't cute? That's probably a better question. What baby animals aren't cute at all? There's got to be a few out there. I guess young. I'll say young animals. I won't say baby. I'll say young. Because baby is usually like fleshy and pink. So we'll maybe say not baby. That's too easy. I'll just say young in general. After they get past the pink fleshy stage. Yeah, we're gonna shrink her head down a little bit. I'm sorry, Skirvamilia, but you're being put in the Scrunchinator. It's like a hydraulic press, but much slower and with much less overall power. I don't know what a baby kangaroo looks like. Well, I don't know. I think a baby frog would be like that would be like a tadpole, right? Those aren't bad. Those could be cute. I could see you defining those as cute. Unless we're talking post tadpole, pre fully grown frog. I don't think I know what that. I can't picture what that would look like off the top of my head. You know what if I just did this? Oh no, not that. What if I just literally went like that a little bit? Yeah, that looks better. All right, now we have to insert a frame here. Yeah, insert frame. Wait, no, don't split clip. What is it? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I just gotta... Wait. I forget how to do this properly. There's like a way to do this. No, that's not it. Maybe if I do it like this. Oh, wait, I think I'm overthinking things. I think if I just... Yeah, if you just make a new thing like right here. Yeah, and then you become 3B. No, wait. I'm fucking up again. Yeah, insert a frame here. And then make this... Now make a new one. Now this is 4A. And then this would be... No, this would be like... Which is the pop and lock in? I don't know which one it is. Did I like delete it by accident? Yeah, I think it's 3. I think 3 is the one we want here. This is really fucked up. This is bad, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so she squishes, and she goes off. No, 3 needs to be here. 3A needs to be here. Wait, no. No, 4A needs to be here. 4A comes before... Oh, this is really not good. This is what happens when you don't plan properly. This is what happens when you don't properly plan out your animation. You have to end up doing shit like this. I think I just probably just rename all of these at some point. All right. No, I think I'm gonna do like a little to accentuate the motion. I think I'm gonna do like a smear frame between the previous one and the next one. I don't know. Onion skinning is weird. I mean it's good, I guess, but it's like I don't know. It's so hard to read sometimes. I think animation is just really difficult. I think that's maybe the real issue here is the animation's just really difficult. I don't think there's really too much use in thinking about that too much. So yeah, I want her face to be like kind of like here, I guess. Oh, you made it. What up, Minty? How's it going? I did see what you posted in the pre-stream chat. It was gone when I actually popped out the player, but I did see it. I don't really know how to do smear frames, I guess, now that I think about it. I'm not really sure what looks good. I have a feeling this is probably going to be a very slow stream if I had to guess. We seem to be hitting on a very lackadaisical frequency. I don't want this to be like I don't know. We'll see. I think it needs to yeah, I think it needs to just come down a little bit overall. Like maybe more like that. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to end up adjusting this a lot. Yeah, and it needs to like extend to where where the arm previously was. Like it needs to be like yeah, like that more. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What did this look like? Oh, it looks very different as the animation goes on, but it's probably fine. Yeah, just straighten out. Just get nice and straight. All right, well that one's pretty easy to do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know I've said that about 500 times in the past 2 minutes, but it's true. That's how you can tell I'm getting self-conscious about my artistic abilities when I start saying shit like that over and over again. When I start having to reassure myself live on the air. Yeah. And then the ears would be a little squished. They look kind of like maple leaves, I guess. I was thinking I need to come up with more characters to populate the Alkaverse, to populate the Milliverse. I need more kooky characters that I can interact with in artwork and things like that. Just me and Scribamilia isn't enough, I don't think. I guess the other idea is to just like make friends or something. It's to just like make friends. And then I can interact with them in the artwork, but that's way more difficult. It's way harder to do that. I'd rather just make up imaginary friends that I can hang out with. I think I'll move the eyes down a little bit too. I don't know why I did that. I don't know, this is probably gonna look terrible once it's done, but I feel like a lot of the times when I'm doing animation, I always feel like it's gonna end up really shitty looking, but then it somehow kind of turns out okay in the end. Or at least, oh, it's better than I expected to. Where the eyes probably need to be smear framed as well, don't they? Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's some good shit right there. That's that shit I do like. Actually, it probably needs to be more like... There we go. Amazing. Never mind. This might actually be the most incredible piece of artwork I've ever done. Do the arms need to be a bit longer? I can't quite tell. I think so. Maybe that... maybe... I also kind of want to add like a hold after this one. Like I kind of want to add like before moving on to the like just a little, I don't know, we'll see how it looks after. I'm gonna have to adjust the hair a little bit too on these individually, but that's for later. We can do that later. Yeah, I think I don't know, I feel like I might be entering a introspective type mood. I know I was saying just yesterday, I might be I felt like I might be entering a I don't know, a horn dog type mood, a horn bat type mood. I don't know, that doesn't sound quite right. A horn bat sounds like it would make a good enemy for a D&D campaign though. A Dungeons and Dragons campaign, but I think I think I was wrong about that. I think I had an incorrect beat on the situation. I think it might actually be more of an introspective type beat. What are you oh mying about? What's this oh my happening over here? Introspection? Oh, it was in reaction to that? But yeah, I've been having a little bit of I don't know. I've been doing some thinking today. I've been doing quite a bit of thinking today. Oh, look at that smile. Look at that winning smile. Adorable. Now this is effervescence right here. That is an effervescent face, I must say. Ow. My bones. Yeah, I'm not really sure what triggered it. But I feel like I'm experiencing the inklings of oh no, now I need to wait, did this actually like I guess it did actually carry. But now I need to duplicate these. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna get up and take a break in a second. I think I'll start to figure that out when I get back. Cause I'll probably fuck it up. Its mating system is polygynandrous or promiscuous, and females give birth to one offspring annually. The offspring, called pups, are quickly weaned and reach adult size in some dimensions by 3 weeks old. Little brown bat has a mean lifespan of 6.5 years. The one individual in the wild reached 34 years old. Holy shit. That's insane. That's so much older than the average lifespan. That would be like if some random person lived to be like 500. Well, maybe not. The mean lifespan is probably brought down a little bit by, you know, a lot of them probably die very young. So we'll say like that would be like if some random person lived to be like, you know, 250 or something like that. Just the oldest fucker to ever live. Little old bat. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the average is probably brought down. The average bat lifespan is probably much lower than the average human lifespan comparative or relatively, you know. Probably a lot more bats die in infancy and young age, very young age, than do humanoid creatures, you know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get up and take a break. I do have to piss. Like I said, I chugged that tea. I ate right before this. I'm full of both liquids and solids. I don't know, I probably don't need to describe that in too great of detail, do I? You probably get the idea. I don't really need to justify the fact that I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom, I suppose. Now that I think about it, I don't think that really needs like too much I don't need to go in too great of detail about that in particular. Anyway, I am gonna get up. I am going to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, that didn't mute me. Will this? All right. Ugh. All right. I think I do want to listen to something a little bit more hype, but I think I have to delay it. I think I have to delay it until the sketching of this is done. I don't want to get too, like... I gotta focus a little bit. I can't be getting too excited already. Once we get into the line art, once we get into the inking, I suppose. I call it inking, even though it's not really. It's not ink. It's the same process by which I do every other thing. It's just making different colored pixels appear on a display, but, you know. Your friend really likes this music? Is it me? Am I the friend? Also, what do you mean this music? Hmm. Someone you've met IRL? Oh. How do you know you haven't met me IRL? Well, I guess you would know because you know what I sound like. I wouldn't know if I met most of you, but you would probably know if you met me, I guess, because you know what I sound like. I was gonna go on a little tangent where I was like, well, how do you know? Maybe we have met each other. You wouldn't know, but I guess you would. You would be able to tell. Oh, okay. I wouldn't know, but you would know. That's why I said most of you. I would be pretty. I would know if I met Stone for sure, but you've never been to where I live? Where do I live? Do people know where I live? I don't remember anymore. I've tried to keep that relatively secret, but I don't know how much I've let slip. America? Well, that's, you can know that. That much is clear. I'm not too cagey about knowing the country that I live in. Somewhere on the West Coast? Completely incorrect. That is completely wrong. Perfect. Excellent. You do not, nobody, you do not know where I live then. That is not correct. I was about to say, you must be thinking of somebody else. Now, I will say, friend of the stream, Picture Point, aka Carlos, does live on the West Coast. And I do know him IRL, but he didn't always live on the West Coast. I knew him before he went out there. So, or I met him way before he went out there. So, I was about to say, you're probably thinking of him. And we do know each other. We have spent much time together in real life, but not since I've not been out to see him since he moved to LA. Although I'm thinking about going to visit him soon. I need to talk about that with him some more. Also, I've noticed as time has gone on, I don't really like the phrase in real life so much. I'm trying to think of a better way of phrasing it. I guess in the flesh. In the fleshosphere is probably more accurate. Because it implies that, like, the things that happen on the internet or that happen through mediums such as this are not real life, which they are. They're as much real life as anything else is. I've noticed that I don't really like using the phrase in real life that much because it feels inaccurate. ITF. Yeah, exactly. It might be. I don't know. You might be making a joke on purpose, and I don't know what that means. But I don't think it's probably everything. Every acronym is probably taken by something. It's just whether or not it's a. It's just whether or not it's popular. It's probably taken. We just have to hope it's not popular. It's the International Tennis Federation. Yeah, I think we can probably take ITF. I think it's pretty different. I think we could make it more pop. I think we could get it used to mean in the flesh more than it's used to mean International Tennis Federation. Hey Bedman, what's going on? You're still green, by the way. I noticed. Why are you why are you scoffing at the stream? I don't know how to do that sound convincingly. I don't make those kinds of noises. Hey Yak, how's it going? You need to go grab a beverage? Alright, we'll go do that quickly. Now, fast. Also, you can be as green as you want. I just was like, you know, pointing it out in case you don't want to be green anymore. Stop yelling at your homeboy. That's rude. Who's homeboy and who's yelling? Stop doing what now? Oh, Yak is your homeboy? I didn't know that. I didn't know you two were that close. Also, I wasn't yelling. I mean, I guess I was yelling, but not seriously. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have to do that after stream. A bunch of Godspeed You Black Emperor albums just got repressed on vinyl, and I want to get one. I don't know which one I want to get though, but I need to get one of them. I should probably get lift your skinny fist like antennas to heaven because like that's probably the most famous and best one. But I'm a big fan of the one that they made after their comeback. I'm a big fan of Alleluia Don't Bend Descend. But I don't know. I might get, I'm deciding between those two. I don't want to get more than one because I can't be spending cash like that. I can't be flashing cash like that, but I gotta get at least one. I can't be flashing my cock like that. You go all the way back to the Sui dynasty? Oh, I wasn't aware. You two are in the same soul group? You've been reincarnated together across many different lifetimes? I had no clue. I didn't mean to offend. You've just been alive that long. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know that you were almost 1,500 years old, but I guess it's hard to tell. You really can never tell. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna vomit all over the place. I don't know. don't know what that's. I don't know what that one's supposed to stand for. I'd hate to let it. I'd hate to just let it pass though, because it seems like it took a lot of effort. So also, I feel like I don't know. Do you have high endurance for being that old? I feel like once you reach a certain point, it's like once you reach like 1,000 years old, like there's got to be something special. There got to be something special going on there. You probably. I would expect you to have high endurance. You know. I don't know. What am I drawing? I'm working on the Scurbamilia animation, which is coming along nicely, I think. For what? It's gonna be an emote. It's gonna be the dancing emote. That's what I'm talking about, Minty. I also shower before the stream. Well, I mean, you probably don't make it a part of your schedule. It's probably just coincidence this time. But I always shower before the stream. But this is gonna be the dancing emote. Alright, so now I need to duplicate this. Oh my god, I fucking hate. Just in general, I just hate as a concept. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck me, dude. Ah, shit, why is this not working? Yeah, 6A, and then... Oh no, why is it like... It's not copying the... Ah, shit. That's true, you never said it was good or bad. That's the start of G-Man's words in Half-Life? Oh. I don't have that speech memorized. Do I have to do it like this? I do have to do it like this. I do have to do like a fucking idiot. No, stop. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 No, no, no. Okay. Maybe we do it like this. Does this work? Is this okay? Can I fucking... Alright, I can. Gordon Freeman in the flesh. I mean, he's still in the flesh. He's just in his flesh is in the hazard suit. He's in the hazard suit in the flesh. Did that come out? Did Strive finally get a proper ranked mode? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I do need to play fighting games, it's true. I'm always thinking about it and then not doing it. Your new main, Lucy. Do you play Strive Yak? I didn't know that. I didn't know you had Strive. Does she have a fat ass? I feel like she doesn't really. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know if that's really one of her standout features. Is her thick ass meat. I could be wrong, but it's been a while since I watched the show, so yeah, that was one of the reasons why I sort of never really got super into it, was because I don't know, the lobbies and the matchmaking and things like that were weird. I didn't like it. I feel like I kind of want to do something like that for our eventual fighting game. I've talked about this before. I want to motivate people to like hang out and be friends. And not just feel like grinding ranked all the time. And I feel like Strive kind of almost went for that, but they still had ranked. Like, I don't know, I feel like they did it in the wrong way. Like, they just made ranked shitty and hard to operate and not really make any sense. And forcing people to use the lobby, I think, is a bad idea. And I think Street Fighter 6 did an okay job. I still think it could be done better, though. I don't like the avatars. I don't like the custom characters. I hate that, especially with the horrible nightmare creatures you can make in Street Fighter 6. You just have these ugly monstrosities running around. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. Can I spot the squirrel? Is this a jump scare? Is this some sort of jump scare? Someone's gonna come. I'm not gonna look at this. Someone's gonna come flying at me. Actually, if I drag it in here. Okay, yeah, it is just a JPEG. Is there not a squirrel in the picture? Is that the joke? Is that the joke? There's no squirrel? Hold on. I don't really want to do this right now. This is killing my momentum. Wait, I can't be doing that. I'm sorry. This is killing my momentum way too hard. I gotta get back to... I gotta actually do this shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm concentrating too hard. I can't riff too much right now. I can't yap too much right now. I'm concentrating too hard. I'm sorry. I think these need to be moved over a little bit. I don't know. That's right. I forgot it's like It's like double. I forgot it's like double. She zip and then she zop. Two XKO lobby was pretty ass. I'm not gonna be playing 2XKO, so I don't really care. I'm not interested in that game. I don't know. I just think we can do better, I guess. I just feel like we can do better, you know? But yes, I am a League hater. I'm not even gonna deny it anymore. I am straight up a League hater. But that's all I'm gonna say about it. Okay? I'm not gonna keep talking about it. I'm not gonna deny it, but I'm also not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep talking about it. Come on, Vedman. At least use your words. At least use your words. Come on. This animation is going to be too long by the time I'm done with it. I can feel it. This is all going to be a huge waste of time. Alright. Epic. Simply epic! That's also what I would do in the fighting game. You know how, like, when you finish a combo... I don't know if I would do this in the fighting game, but I had this idea for a different game that has combos in it. You know how, like, when you finish a combo, sometimes it goes, like, nice, or awesome, or great, depending on how long the combo is? I would come up with, like, 1,000 different things for it to say, and it would just be completely random what it says. It would add no correlation to how long the combo actually is. It'd be like, simply epic. Sick. That was alright. Not bad. Cool. And other funnier things. And also, the round start where it says, like, round 1, fight. There'd be, like, a million different variations of that, too. Crapping in the game ever since you get into Alpha 2. Okay. Oh, I don't... Yeah, it's been in development hell forever. I know that. We're going to patch that one out. Yeah. This is bullshit. Anyway, what's going on? Is it an art thing or do I just not like Riot? I mean, I guess it's both. I also don't like Riot. I don't like Riot as a company, but I don't really operate in that regard. Because every company is evil, so you can't really pick and choose your battles there. You can't really pick and choose your battles when it comes to... I don't support this company because they're evil. Because the secret is they're all evil. So... Unless they're, like, egregiously evil. Like, if they're torturing people and, like, locking them in cages and, like, you know, hooking up wires to their spinal cords and, like, manipulating them into being, like, horrible human bioorganic machines. Then I would probably, on principle, not support their practices, but... Is Bedman okay over there? Okay, good. They added like 20 new characters to Deadlock. Is it still good? What up, Pickle? It's way better. I was just playing it earlier. With a couple friends. It's very good still, and it's better now. All the new characters are fun, and they're still adding more. I'm gonna start pogging about Deadlock if you get me on the subject, but it's really good. If you enjoyed it, you're definitely gonna keep liking it. All the new characters are sick. And they're a way higher level of polish than the other characters. The game's gonna be really nice when it's fully finished, and it feels way more done now than it has before. They redid the entire map. There's a new lobby that you can hang out in. It's sick. You jorked Riot too much on the free fighting game idea, and then everyone laughed at you, so you decided not to care. That's appropriate. Hey, what up, Seamus? How's it going? There's too many similar name colors going on in the chat right now. I didn't really have a crush on a girl during uni, right? That was some weird esoteric bit I was doing. It was not an esoteric bit. It was real. It was real, but it was very much like it was like a middle school type crush. It was just some girl that I thought was cute, and she was kind of nice to me, which is really all it took. So... Fucking green names. But yeah, it was a very benign crush. It was very much just a crush. Why, does that unsettle you? Why did you say that so sheepishly? Starting with a ... You don't have to. I'm just offering. Are green names my new jewel handlers? No, I'm just saying, it was hard to tell for a second. You didn't hear anything I said, but you're shit-faced enough to just play the game? Go for it. Also, if you ever want to play with me, I'm down. I got a few other friends who like to play as well, so we could get a squad going. If you don't mind playing a game and speaking in English, that is. What's her name and location? I don't know. I could not tell you. I actually don't remember her name. I seriously think I like have a mental blockage about college. I remember incredibly few things about college. Other than my like personal experiences, like I don't remember people's names. I don't remember my professors' names. I don't remember my classmates' names. I don't remember shit. I've blacked out most of that information just passively over time. If you don't get so devastated till you never turn on your PC again. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. I hope you're drinking to enjoy yourself, not drinking to bury the pain. Your wall of context out of... We can go back to it. This is a just chatting stream now, so it's fine. I forgot about jewel handlers, though. I gotta bring that... I gotta work that into the regular lexicon. These fucking jewel handlers. That's a good one. But yeah, definitely load into Deadlock and just mess around with the new heroes, because they all look sick. I gotta say, all the new heroes have a way level higher of polish. I think Doorman might have my new favorite animations in the game. He's one giant portal reference. He's like a bellhop at the Baroness Hotel, which is like an evil haunted hotel in Deadlock. And his kit and his stylings are just one big portal reference. When he reloads his gun, he opens a little portal doorway, drops the gun in, like, looks at his hand for a second, like, checks his nails, and then another portal opens out and the gun comes out reloaded. It's probably the best reload animation I've ever seen in a game. It's so funny. And the vampire character, Mina, when she reloads her gun, a little bat flies out and flies into the gun because they use magic bullets. It like flies into where the clip would be, or the magazine would be. There's a goat character with a submachine gun, and when he reloads, he holds the gun towards his face and he eats the old magazine and then puts a new one in. It's so all the reload animations are really good. I'm pogging out. I'm sorry. I'm soy facing. I keep on alluding to us not having certain. Well, I mean, what kind of experiences are you talking about? You make it sound very. You make it sound very suggestive when you say it like that. Yeah, I like rye better than regular bourbon, but I like the regular bourbon too. Yeah, rye is generally better, I feel like, at least for me. It's true, you do never know what someone's name could be now. They could have never, they would never have guessed who I am now. Boycotting Middle East stuff for the treatment of gays. You're called dummyhead for boycotting last World Cup because of what Qatar does and not buying as gay games. I mean, that's losing. You guys stand by your principles. The people making fun of you are wrong to do that. Don't allow people with no principles and nothing to stand for. Don't allow soulless undead golems to shame you for caring about things. You should care about things. You're the better person in that situation. One of the people making fun of you is gay? I mean, being gay doesn't make you a good person. I don't know if you knew that. That's the secret. Being gay doesn't mean that you, like, have good opinions on things or, like, good morals. It just means that you are attracted to people of the same sex. It doesn't mean anything else. Yeah, it really doesn't. You'd assume they empathize with people outside the US? Why? Why would you assume that? That's a dangerous assumption to make. Gay people don't deserve to be beaten up because they're gay, but that doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be beaten up for other reasons. You shouldn't be mean to gay people because they're gay, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be mean to them at all. Some of them may deserve it. You gotta take it on a case-by-case basis. I'm just saying, the way that you phrased it made it sound suggestive. Right? I mean, well, yeah. It would also solve the sweetness issue you were talking about. I think this is generally a pretty cheery album, too. I like this album. I mean, I like it a lot, but, you know. This is a very silly looking bird. I'm glad you forced me to click on that at gunpoint. Americans can't even respect British people? Nobody respects anybody. Let's not try to make this a nationalistic thing. Nobody respects anybody, really. Especially these days. You don't want to go down your doom hole? Don't go down the doom hole, then. You gotta stay positive. You have to be positive. Don't let people make fun. Let people make you feel bad for caring about things. Don't let people make you feel bad about anything. Stick by your principles. Care about things. Feel emotions. Live your life. Have a soul. Exist. Feel the sensation of air entering your lungs. Really think about it. Really experience that sensation. Don't just live your life passively. Anyway, a Perula. That's really all you can do. You can all you really can do is respect yourself and show kindness to other people. Don't disrespect yourself. The Eurasian bullfinch is another name for the Perula. This is a nice looking bird. There's a lot of different types of birds around here. I heard a fucking hawk or something going, ah, making its hawk noises. It was very loud the other day. I don't know where it was, but it was making some... It's doing its little hawk screeches. And I heard it. It's cool. You hear me? You're just tired? It's alright. You can be tired. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to really push the positivity. I'm trying to create a positive environment. And being positive doesn't mean being nice all the time. Positivity is about construction and growth and building. It's not necessarily about just being nice and saccharine. It's not the same. In that situation, when somebody's making fun of you for that kind of shit, just being like, aha, yeah, whatever, man. That's not positivity. That's betraying yourself. That's negativity. That's destructive. You're destroying yourself. It's the one thing you can't do. You have to remain true to yourself. You got to have a foundation. You have to have a core. If you allow your core to be eroded, then you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. Exactly. I'm on track with getting blackout tonight? Maybe. I am doing a lot of yapping and sipping. And not a lot of drawing. That's for damn sure. I can tell you that much. Wait, what the fuck? Did I not? Oh no, because it goes both ways. It do go down. That looks pretty good though, when I do it quickly. She got a little zop in her bop. I like it. She got a little bop in her slop. Oh god. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just saying, I'm speaking my truth, okay? If you feel called out, that's on you. You gotta think, you gotta examine that, you gotta think about that. That ain't on me. Think you're gonna draw something? Go for it. I gotta remember how to do what I'm doing. I was doing some hardcore speaking. Wait, fuck. Oh wait, wait, what? What did I do? Oh, I don't know what I did. I did something. Oh, I know what I did. Do I know what I did? I don't know if I know what I did. I don't know if I know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I figured it out. I figured it out. That was fast. What did you draw? That was like a minute. That was less than a minute. Yeah, I do this, then I do this, and now and now. Yes. Good. Oh, what is the maximum number of frames you can have? I feel like I'm getting real close. What's the maximum number of frames you can have? You can have up to 60 animated emote slots? Holy shit. That's a lot. Oh, it's 60 frames. Okay, I thought it was like 40 or 50 something. Never mind. We're gonna be able to get this done in 60 frames. Okay. Woo. I like him. I don't know who this is supposed to be, but I like him. What's hot? What did I say? Who's is the person Stone Drew hot? Who said something that's hot? I'm rambling like crazy, so if I said something, I don't really know what it was. The drawing? Okay, I just was making sure. It's not personally my cup of tea, but hey. As long as it's not anything I did. Now the real question is this gonna look okay? $200. Okay, so it's not a square. It's almost a square. Oh yeah, you can tell. Man, you really don't like Pate, huh? Oh, there is gonna have to be like a ah shit. Ah shit. Ah fug. No, I think it works. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not just coping. It looks fine. All right, now this we do have to draw. We do have to draw a different transitory frame. Oh. Why does life have to be so hard? Why does life have to be so gosh darn difficult? Anyway, what is this? Oh, that definitely is something. It's either two purple trees. It's either two trees next to each other or like a zombie head with like two holes in it and they're bleeding and leaking onto the ground. It's one or the other. Those are the only two options. That's what it reads as to me. It's either two purple slash pink trees or like a space funeral character. I should probably play Space Funeral, huh? You're finally here. Hey, Grinner, what's up? Wagwan. Salutations and greetings to you too. I think you got here just in time for a quick break, though. I have to piss really badly. You got in time. You got here just in time for everybody's favorite part of the stream, the part where I piss. Anyway, this is gonna be a quick one. I'll be right back. All right. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think some introspection has been. I think I was right. I think I was right about the introspection, the introspective feeling that I was getting. I think the stream is exacerbating it, for sure. I think it's definitely making it come out more, for sure. So how do I do this now? I guess this one just needs like less of a smear. Because it's more of a... Maybe I could make her scrunch. I think I just need to move the arms back a little bit in both of these. I think maybe that's what will make it work better. I just like move the arms back a little bit. Just scrunch in a slightly different fashion. There we go. I think my decision that I made yesterday as well sparked a little. I think that also sparked a little bit of introspection, for what it's worth. I posted some risque material in the Discord, which I was really hemming and hawing about for an extremely long amount of time. It was really letting it eat away at my mind and my soul, but I figure I might as well go for it. And nothing bad happened. I didn't suffer any grievous injury. I didn't get killed. I didn't get executed. Nobody got mad at me. Everything continued pretty normally. Which, you know, I probably could have guessed that that was going to happen, but I didn't believe. I didn't believe in myself. Stop drooling over there. Knock it off. I think these need to be squishified a little more. Did I click the link? Yeah, I did. I talked about it. Did you not hear me talk about it? Is this a different? This didn't get posted. I don't think oh, I missed it over here. I didn't click this one. That's pretty cool looking eagle. Looks like it got a broken beak. Looks like it took battle damage at some point. I don't know. I've been sort of thinking about what I want artistically. What I want artistically, what I want interpersonally. I don't know. I think a lot of introspection got triggered very rapidly in my brain, in my tiny pea brain. It doesn't quite work all the time. Oh, I don't like that. That makes me upset. It makes me feel threatened, which is not a good feeling. Oh, that's cool. Good for them. Good for those Eagles. What am I adding? 100,000 channel point reward? I don't know. I don't know what that one would be. I haven't really thought about adding channel point rewards in a long time. I wouldn't want to add one just to add one. I'd want it to, like, you know, mean something. The Slatyback Gold. Or is that supposed to be Saltyback Gold? Oh yeah, I was gonna add a lurk command, or a lurk redeem. There's like power-ups and rewards, holy shit. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, it's the message effect that costs like 1 billion. Yeah, I was gonna add one for like, yeah, I was gonna add one for 10. That's like the lurking. I don't know what the 100,000 one would be. It would definitely not be screeching like a bat. Oh, Picture is doing it again. He's doing the thing where he says something and then he's not actually here. It is happening. We called it. It's not skydiving, but you know. Can I do the Gigantify? No, I think I would have to pay. These are bits. I can't do this. These are bits. Also, it would be gigantifying an emote. Did I look at the goal? Not yet. It does look surprised. You kind of am big in that one. I think it would like it would just be like a larger version of that in the chat. But it costs biddies. You can't do that for free. That's for paying customers only. You're gonna have to take it up with Twitch, not me. You're gonna have to take it up with them. There used to be something. There used to be a that the reason I have bits is because there used to be a thing where you could like. I have 180 bits right now. I don't know if you can. You probably can't see that. Yeah, you can't see that part. Um, I have 180 bits because they used to let you watch ads to earn bits way back in the day. That used to be an option. There used to be an option to get bits by doing something. I think it was watching like a minute or like a couple minutes of ads. But you can't do that anymore. You haven't been able that didn't last very long at all. I'm making so little progress. I mean, I guess I'm not making so little progress. I feel like I'm going to make so little progress by the end of the stream. I feel like I'm going to have made very little progress by the end of the stream. We'll see, though. I can't clearly see the... I can't clearly see where the eyes are here. Never mind, maybe I can see it. Are there people that do that? I don't know if I know these people. I don't think I know these people. I really like this album, by the way. It's good. I don't know any fool. I don't know a lot. I really don't socialize a lot. I don't know very many people in general, so I do think that's kind of funny though, where it's like, wow, how could a bird eat another bird? And I'm like, well, they're different things. They're completely different. Like, it's not like a human eating another human. They're not the same thing. This looks a little weird. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Spill the milk. No, don't be spilling any milk. I mean, that's what you do at a local though. That's we're there to grind. That's the reason why you go to a local. Is you can't say you don't grind enough to go to a local. That's what going to locals is for. Also, why do you want to know, Seamus? Why do you want to know what I liked about this girl? Why are you asking? Why are you so hung up on this? I need to know that first. The word cannibals was supplied. Yeah. I did not do that. I did not do that. It's not about winning and you just said you need community, Yak. It's not about winning and losing. You can go to the locals and just play in casuals on the side. You don't even have to compete in the tournament. You don't have to even play in the tournament. Oh, I forgot to put this music. I forgot to put the fucking music information back on. I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so bad at streaming. Fuck. Shit. Ass. Hold on. We need to do some advanced. We need to employ some advanced technology here. Fuck. You can still be in the heat. Also, I make sure that all of my meats are very well seasoned, okay? That counts as criticizing my cooking. That counts as criticizing. That counts as criticizing, you fuck. I'm sorry, I'm getting aggressive. Fucking piece of shit. You fuck. I had no issue. I mean, I just remember because it doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen often that I encounter anybody that I'm attracted to. I ignored your inquiry. I saw it. I forgot to respond. What are my thoughts on gallery graves? I think I didn't respond because I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Do you like the aggression? Don't say that. I can't be aggressive. I can't be aggressive like that. It doesn't fit into the established archetype. It doesn't work for me. I can't maintain it. I'm not pissing everybody off. Shut up. You've got to say it. What do you have to say? Whatever it is, I don't think you have to say it. You like this music the least out of everything I like. I mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna change it, but that's fair. You don't have to like it. Even the Lady Gaga sample song was better. That's a good song. The Lady Gaga sample is well utilized. I have not listened to that. I'm not mood swinging. I'm just excited. I'm back on a high. I have not tried any new drugs lately though. A gallery grave is a form of megalithic tomb built in the Neolithic era. I mean, from a cursory visual inspection, they look pretty cool. I don't really know what they are, but all of this seems like very very good fuel for the campaign. Also, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this guy's up to. This is a much lower quality image. This is probably better though. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I'm not being a shut up. I'm not being a bitch. It's true. I didn't listen to that recommendation. I'm sorry. We're just gonna get wacky with it, I guess. I mean, we'll have to see. Would I have a trillathon in my bedroom? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I don't know what that is, but oh wait, it's one of these. I don't think I could fit one in here. If I could fit it, maybe. Maybe not in the bedroom. If I could fit a trillathon somewhere. I wouldn't be opposed to the idea, but maybe not in the bedroom. Also, you can complain about the music as much as you like. Just be happy I'm not playing Melt Banana. I still remember the time I put Melt Banana on during one of the breaks and I got back and everybody was like, never play that shit ever again. Everybody was like, how fucking dare you? Never put that on ever again. I guess I could have a tiny trillathon somewhere in here. I could probably compose a small one out of something. Millie Seabat break when? I like that song. I like that artist. It's Hudson Mohawk and Lunas. Both very good artists. Seabat is a good song. I knew it before it was cool. I'm an incredibly hardcore Seabat hipster. Seabat got popular and became a meme, like, I don't know, like 10 years after I knew about it. And I was like, wait a minute, this song is a meme now? It's a good song. Was that off of, that was off of Satin Panthers, right? Was that Hudson Mohawk and Lunas? Or was it just one of them? I can't remember. Oh no, Hudson Mohawk did, yeah. Satin Panthers. What was their... What was their... They did a fucking album together. What was it? Tonight! TNGHT. I saw them live. Tonight's really good. I'm gonna listen to some tonight. They're a good band. You don't hate... It's not breakcore. Shut up. How do you set up cron jobs? Well, you gotta know the right people. You're trying to set up a cron job, you gotta know the right people. That's the first step. I don't think I have... I don't think I still have that music downloaded, but if I did, I would totally put on Seabat during the break. Hey. I also remembered Rusty the other day. There was the new... Rusty did something with Lunas, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about Rusty. He makes good music too. That's a real throwback. Ultra Thiz, great song. It's definitely going on the, that's going in the DJ list. That's going in the first set list. Guaranteed. Would I rather have a red lion or a green lion in my room? Probably a green one. Green is more pleasing on the eyes. If I could have a jade lion, that would complement my bronze lion very well. See, are you like writing these down? Why do you say that like that was really valuable information I just delivered? I figured out what my DJing avatar would be, by the way. I figured out what my DJing avatar would be when that happens, inevitably. Because it will inevitably happen. You know it will. It's guaranteed. When the sun rises on the morrow, shall it gleam crimson, or shall it bring with it a baleful darkness? Is this a choice? The way you phrase that, it sounds more like, I don't know, like a philosophical question or like amusing. Do I get to decide that? Is that up to me? Oh, that's a lot of fucking. Ooh, that's a lot of responsibility. I guess I'll go with gleaming crimson as opposed to a baleful. When the sun shines a baleful darkness, I feel like that's bad. There's no coming back from that. If it gleams crimson, there's that could go either way. There's still hope there. That's like the final battle is about to begin. If it's shining with a baleful darkness, then the final battle's already been lost. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone, though. I'm trying to draw my little funny scribble animation. Why you gotta do me like that? I'm trying to draw silly cartoons. I think she widens quite a bit. Very well. Stop it. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be doing these things. Can I undo my choice? I don't want to be doing these things. Can I take it back? What is that now? What is that sound effect supposed to be? I don't like that. Oh. Well, sorry everybody. I didn't know what I was getting into. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I could really take full responsibility for this, though. I don't think this is my fault. Alright, I've really expended a lot of energy in the past few minutes, I feel like. I got way too hyped over for no reason. Wait, no, stop. There we go. I just nodded to myself. You didn't see me do that, but I did. It's funny to use alchemical concepts or would you rathers. I gotta study alchemy. That's something I've been meaning to do for a while. I've been meaning to do a serious study of alchemy. Which may sound strange, but it's true. I've been meaning to do that for quite a while now. I have some books on the art of alchemy lined up that I need to start reading. I have a lot of research I need to start doing. Uh, I think we might be done though. Wait, no, we don't even need to insert a frame. Because it goes back to this. Look at her go. I think it needs to be a little higher frame rate. Yeah, there we go. I also might need to mess with the legs a little bit. I don't know. I like it so far. We can adjust later. And maybe the hair, I'm not sure. See, I don't know. I should know what those terms mean, but I don't know what they mean. I should know what all this means, but I don't. I'm not educated. You have a gift? All right. What is it? I was a good gift. Just do it, deliver it quickly, because I gotta get up. Oh boy. Oh, that's a pretty good gift. I gotta say, that's not a bad gift. I like it. Much better than I was expecting, to be honest. That could have gone in a lot of different directions, but... Alright, I do need to get up now, though. I do have to get up very quickly. I'll be back in a minute or two, or maybe a few minutes. I don't know. I'll be back in a certain amount of time, or I'll never be back. I'll either be back in 1 minute, 2 minutes, or never. I'll either be back in a certain amount of time that's not determined yet, or infinite time. Alright. Alright. I think I took a lot of psychic damage just now when I got up. Or I guess I felt my energy reserves rapidly depleting. I think I sprung a leak at some point during the stream. I pushed myself too hard. I flew too close to the sun. I got the message out there, though. I tried to. I hope so. I don't know. I feel like I've been flying too close to the sun in a lot of ways lately. I've been burning myself. I've been getting burned. I definitely operate on like a wave-based... I think I do vibrate in real life. I think I do I'm not even in real life, but on the spiritual plane. I go through oscillations. There's peaks and valleys. I peaked and then I valleyed and now I feel like I'm peaking again. I don't know if I like it, but I don't know if I can stop it either. I think it might just be like, I can't fight against my essential nature, you know? You can't be living in chaos. You have to live in accordance with your essential nature. Otherwise, it's just madness. It's just chaos. It's just destruction. I think I'm starting to understand my essential nature more, and I don't think I can... I don't know. I don't think I can fight against it. I just have to embrace it. It's just hard to, you know? Guess which country this is? I want to say this is somewhere in South America. I don't know why. I want to say either South America or Spain. I don't know why, but that's just my inclination. But also, look at this. I noticed this. This is horrible. What the fuck is this street? What is this? And this parking spot. This is horrible. What's going on there? Just looking at this gives me anxiety. I hate it. I hate driving. Seeing shit like this and this, I start getting a heart attack. I get heart palpitations. I can't do it. It's Italy. I should have known. Italy's fucked up when it comes to driving. Italy's like a nightmare when it comes to driving. Because all the streets and roads and shit were made before they had fucking cars. And it's a very hilly landscape like this in a lot of areas. And everybody out there drives like a fucking psycho. It's horrible. What's my nature? I can't just describe it out loud. It's something that only I know. It's something that only I can understand. And I don't know if I've fully grasped it yet, but I know at least part of it. I have been to Italy before, yeah. Really? Is that one of the pieces of the Millie lore that you don't remember? I've talked about that many times. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about my essential nature. I don't remember exactly. Times when you were around? I mean, I don't know. I guess not. I suppose. By sheer chance, I guess you were never around when that was happening. Yeah, I am of Italian descent. It always kind of bothers me when people say like, you know, when you ask an American like what their like where they're for like what their nationality is, or they're like, oh, I'm German Hungarian, or you know, I'm I don't know, I'm Spanish or something, and it's like, no, you're American. You were born and raised in America. I'm an American. I was born in America. I lived my entire life in America. I'm an American. I'm descended from people who used to live in Italy, but I didn't. I never did. Do I remember where you're descended from? I think you have Scottish ancestry, at least partly. I don't know. I don't know your full genealogy, but I think that's part of it. I feel like you've talked about that before. Ooh, did you hear that? The ice cube in my glass just like made a little pop. It made a very distinct little popping noise. Did the microphone pick that up? That was cool. The ice in my glass made a little sound effect. I don't know. I think part of it is, speaking of me coming to understand my essential nature, I feel like part of what has sparked this introspective mood was I was like, I don't know, posting recent artwork and things like that. I felt a little, I don't know, I felt a little twinge of disappointment at not getting much of a response. And then I thought about it and I was like, I thought that I had gotten over this. I thought I didn't care about how other people reacted to my artwork. And then I thought about it a little bit more and I was like, I guess I don't really care in a way, but there is still part of me that desires attention. Much more so than I ever would have expected. And I should just be thankful that anything I say or do gets any reaction at all. I guess I don't really care. I just want to be able to share things with people and have them consider it, which I did get. So I don't even really have anything to complain about. I guess what struck me is that I was complaining, or I was bemoaning and bitching in my mind when there was really no reason to do that. I kind of already did get exactly what I wanted. I just didn't feel like I did. Because I'm a physical entity. Because I'm a incarnated soul who has attachment and therefore suffers because of that. I don't know. It made me do a big think. I did a big think because of that. And I wasn't really sure how to like square it in my mind. And I'm still not sure. You got 11 notes on Tumblr? That's cool. I was waiting, Seamus. I was waiting for you to... I was waiting for you to come out with the next... It had been a while since you'd said anything, so I was waiting for you to return with the next, with the next reference to that. I am a bat, not the Buddha. Yeah, but like... I'm trying to change that, you know? If you're really into Buddhist shit, then you should try internalizing the fact that neither you nor your suffering exists. I mean, I think that's kind of the whole point of being into... That's what it means to be into Buddhist shit. That's what it means to be a Buddhist. That's like the whole point, is that you are trying to do that. I am trying to do that. I just haven't totally succeeded yet. I am already trying to do that. I'm just not, you know, I'm not 100% there yet. It's a long and arduous process. There's many gradations. I'm not 100%, but I'm not 0% neither, you know? I am trying to do that. I forget where I am on the hierarchy. There's like very specific steps that you take and like classifications along your journey. I'm definitely a stream enterer, which I forget what the title of that is. But I don't know if I'm like... I don't know if I'm the next... If I've taken the next step yet. But I'm like... Yeah, I'm Sotapanna. Someone who's entered the stream. The first of the 4 stages of enlightenment. It describes a person who has grasped the Dharma and thereby dropped the first of the 3 fetters, namely self-view, skeptical indecision, and clinging to rites and rituals. Said to be free of possible rebirth in one of the lower realms. I don't know, maybe I haven't even done this yet. I'm close, though. I don't know, this shit's complicated. I gotta go back to the suttas. I gotta start reading them again. I think I'm there yet. I don't remember though. Quesadillas. Are they good? Well, no, the cycle of karma does exist. You have to realize that you need to exit it. You need to exit it. The circle of karma and the circle of samsara does exist. These things do exist, but only if you perceive them to exist, you know? Things do still exist, but it's about coming to an awareness that they don't have to if you don't want them to. Why am I using the Noble Eightfold Path to dodge the question? Because it's easy. You haven't dug in yet? I see. Karma and things like that do exist. They don't not exist. You are still subject to them. But the whole point is that you don't have to be. You can transcend these processes. They are still real things, but they're not necessities. They are not a necessary part of existence. Or I guess they are a necessary part of existence. The idea is that you don't need to exist if you don't want to. You can transcend beyond these things. But you have to be aware of the fact that you can do that. You need to not be, you know, entrapped in all this stuff. I'm all about rites and rituals. Yeah, but it's not like, it's more like about religious rites and rituals, not like, you know, literal rites and rituals. Part of the point of Buddhism and the Buddhist teachings was that you need to understand it yourself, which is another thing that I like about it. Part of the Buddhist teachings was that, you know, he was like, don't take my word for it. You gotta, this is something that you have to experience yourself. I can tell you about it and I can instruct you, but I can't achieve enlightenment for you. You have to do it yourself. You have to intuitively understand it and do the work and figure it out on your own terms. That's what it means by not necessarily observing rites and rituals, is that, like, you can't just do these, like, the Buddha says that you need to meditate and stuff like that, you need to do this and that or whatever. You can't just do these things and expect to achieve enlightenment. They're methods that help you get there, but they're not, like, the be-all, end-all. It's something that you need to come to terms with on your own, you know? It's like saying, you know, like, you know, you do 15 backflips and then a handstand, and you'll achieve the next level of enlightenment. Maybe that works for some people. Maybe it will help you get there, but you can't just do that and expect it to work. You're not supposed to just follow the teachings blindly. You're supposed to really experience and understand them. Don't just do it because somebody else told you to do it. You know? Shut up. Stop coming back to this. I'm getting deep here, okay? Or I'm trying to, at least. Yeah, it can't be taught. You need to hone it on your own. Exactly. They're good? Good. I'm glad. Just don't get too attached. Don't get too attached to those quesadillas and how good they taste. That's the other thing about Buddhism that's like hard to. You're not supposed to be attached to suffering, but you're also not supposed to be attached to good feelings either. You can't be attached to anything. You have to understand that it's all transient. But you know, as I've said, that's kind of my personal philosophy. Everything fades in time. I mean, it just makes sense to me. Of all of the religious texts and religions that I've encountered, Buddhism just makes the most sense to me. I guess. In a lot of ways. Not in all ways, but I haven't quite squared the circle yet with some of the concepts, but you'd be a terrible Buddhist. I'm not attached. I am attached to chat, though. That's what I'm saying. I do still have again, I am not a bodhisattva. I do still have attachments. I'm not 100% there yet. When do I think I'll be able to let her go? I think you're more attached to this random girl that I talked about from college than I am, Seamus. I think you thought way more about her than I ever did. I hate to break it to you. I mean, I think that's the first step to. I think understanding it's all transient is like. I don't know. It doesn't. It isn't necessarily spiritual, but it is kind of spiritual in a way. You really are a Bedman. It's true. You are Bedman. The only one. I brought her up offhandedly. I mean, yeah, so and I think this is where the fundamental difference between us comes into play, though. Is you say not lasting forever is simply a fact. I mean, I would say that, you know, metaphysical reality is a fact, too. I would say that, you know, the soul and the spiritual plane of existence is also a fact. I take that as something that just exists and is real. It's a fact to me, so I don't know. At a certain point, you just reach a base level of like what you consider to be the truth of things. And we don't necessarily align in those ways. Like, there's a lot of things I could say are just a fact that are probably, you probably disagree with. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm really getting at here, but hopefully you do. I mean, I think animism also, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's a lot of things that, like, I don't think that any one religion has the answer. I think probably all religions are true in some way. They're all trying to get at the same essential truth. I don't think any single one of them has the total picture of reality. Like, that's something that I don't necessarily agree with about Buddhism, is like part of the one of the core tenets is that like you don't have a soul, you don't exist. Not you don't exist as an individual entity. And it's like I don't necessarily agree with that. I do believe that the soul exists and that you do exist as something beyond this physical body. Whereas Buddhism would say that you don't. And your conception of the self is just another aspect of, you know, the illusion that is the veil of Maya. The self does not exist because there is no core of existence. It's all just pure illusion. Which I don't really agree with that, but you know, a lot of the other stuff I vibe with, so. But I do like the animism idea that like everything has some amount of spirit and soul to it. I don't remember anything or any. I didn't say that. I said I don't remember their names. I'm losing a lot of that knowledge over time. I do remember stuff. I have a lot of very vivid memories of college, but they're the good. Well, they're either the good memories or the really, really, really bad ones. They're either the good things or the really, really, really bad things. But everything in between is sort of just like fading away. It's sort of like dissolving into just pixels, you know? Into individual blocks of color that have no meaning in and of themselves. See, I don't like. The only thing that bothers me is like I don't really like anybody, everybody's on their own journey, you know? Anybody can believe what they want to believe. All you have to do is just get through life. It's your only obligation is to keep living and experience as much of life as you possibly can. However you come to understand the world and whatever you need to do that is like that's up to you. The only thing that I'm a little bit cagey about is that like I've heard a lot of stories of people who can like perceive the afterlife and things like that. And it's apparently like a big problem that's getting worse is like if you have no conception of the afterlife, then it's really bad for you when you die. If you have no conception that the afterlife even exists, then like you just get trapped. You get stuck in like this weird limbo where like you don't know what's going on, you don't realize that you're dead and like you can't move on. That's how ghosts get created. And they don't have a good time. Apparently, allegedly. But I don't know. No, don't do that. Most ghost stories you've heard have been Christian? I think you haven't heard very many ghost stories then. As someone who's heard a lot of ghost stories, I think maybe you haven't heard that many ghost stories. The belief in purgatory creates itself. That's what I'm saying though. It's not the belief in purgatory. It's not a belief in anything. It's people who they don't imagine that there's anything after death. So when they do die and they do continue to exist, they just get stuck in this weird loop where they don't know that they're dead, and they're just in this strange state where they're like repeating this horrible existence and they don't know what's going on. And they have no power to do anything or change anything because they can't accept their situation. You're not particularly worried about that right now. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It might benefit you to have like the 1% doubt. You could be 99% sure that when you die, it's all over and there's nothing that continues after that. But it might benefit you to have like that 1% doubt, to just feel like maybe. All right, that's all I'm going to say about it then. That's all I'm going to say about it. You need to check off Fantastic Planet. I've never actually seen Fantastic Planet. I can't check that off my letterbox because I've never seen it. Have I ever watched Treasure Planet? When I was a kid, I've definitely seen Treasure Planet before, but not recently, that's for sure. Underrated banger? Fantastic Planet or Treasure Planet? I feel like I downloaded a movie that I have not watched yet. I mean, I've downloaded a few that I haven't watched yet, but there is one for sure. I do still have Junkhead downloaded. Oh yeah, Deep Red. Ever since I played Night at the Gates of Hell, I was like, I should watch more Giallo. I got Deep Red downloaded. Profondo Rosso. I have to watch that too. I don't know. I got a lot of things I need to do. Ah, what are you eyeing about? No, I liked Night at the Gates of Hell. I had a good time streaming it. You don't have to apologize for that. I enjoyed streaming it. I think that's firmly. I think Night at the Gates of Hell is firmly in the category of games that I had fun streaming but would not have had fun playing on my own. I enjoyed streaming that game. I do not think I would have enjoyed it if I just played it on my own time. But it definitely made for a good collective experience. That's for damn sure. Question 2? Oh no. That whole thing before was one question? Ah, shit. I don't know if I'm ready for question 2. Oh god. I mean, everybody was there to brighten my day. I don't know. This is gonna lead into into a tier list. I feel like. Also, fond memories of being so young. I barely understood them. I mean, I got a lot of thoughts going on in my brain right now. I need to do movie viewings in the Discord. I need to do movie screenings in the Discord. I got too many movies I want to rewatch. I got to rewatch Inland Empire. That's another one. Would I rather the sunrise white or tomorrow rise yellow? I mean, the One Piece answer would be to say rise white, but I think I'm gonna say rise yellow. I'm more used to a yellow sun than a pure white one. That feels less committal. That feels less committal than the white sun. All right, that's good. The Mad God fiasco. I will be showing stuff way worse than Mad God. You'll wish you were watching Mad God. It was some of the things I have prepared. That sure is Treasure Planet. Mad God was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Although I will say, I don't often give out trigger warnings for things. If you have a particular fear of surgery or hospitals or that kind of thing, I don't think you should watch that movie. I generally don't like I've never had surgery myself, but I kind of don't like the idea of it. If you're really bothered by that, you should not watch Mad God. There is a particular sequence that really got under my skin. Any opinion on Leland's design? Not really. He looks very sad, I guess. Mad God was good though. I liked it. It was not Garbo. It's like Boyhood. It took 10 years to make. Probably longer than that. Boyhood was also a good movie. I like Boyhood. I didn't answer would you rather potato or banana? I'd rather banana for sure. Actually, I guess it depends on what kind of potato. Is it a sweet potato or a regular potato? I'd rather have a banana than a potato, but I'd rather have a sweet potato than a banana. Red, I'm going banana. Maybe I could do a Mad God screening. I don't know. This is part of my fundamental nature that I still don't really understand. This is part of my fundamental nature that I don't fully grasp yet. I want to be... I want to be more social and I want to socialize more with people, but I also like value my alone time so much. I still don't really know how to balance them. Like, I want to do movie screenings, but in my mind, I'm torn between the two. It's like I could watch a movie with other people, or I could watch a movie by myself. And I don't know which one I want to do more. I think I think I just need to like I need to not be beholden to schedules. I need to just allow myself to do things irregularly. Like, if I feel like watching a movie together with other people and throwing something on as a movie screening in the Discord, I should just let myself do that and not like worry about it too much. And if you're there, you're there. But also, like, I've been thinking about it. I would call it Millie's Midnight Movie. That's too good. Millie's Midnight Movie? That's too good of a title. I can't just not do that. It writes itself. And also the sort of lurid, shocking material that I would want to show. It's perfect. Anyway, I have to piss really badly. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it at midnight. It would just have to cross over with midnight. I think midnight might be too late for people to start a movie. It's fine for me, but I don't know if anybody would want to actually watch an entire movie that starts at midnight. It would just be like, you know. ¿Cómo están los podcasts en el chat? That includes me, Slay. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same when it comes from you, Picture. It needs to be coming from somebody else. How'd the graduation go, by the way? Was it good? Did they graduate successfully? I almost made a really bad joke. I almost made a really dark joke that I'm not gonna say because I'll get in trouble, but you can imagine what it was. How about you shut the fuck up? It was sick? Okay, that's good. What's an MG? Yeah, I guess it could be Millie's matinee movie. I don't know. That could be the alternate variant. Also, what does this mean? It's a mess. What language is that? I don't think it's a mess. It's maybe not ideal, but it's not a mess. Oh, it translates to "Hey Carlos" in Mandarin Chinese. Kaloshi. Oh. Or Kalusi. Something like that. How do you pronounce Carlos in Chinese? I'm gonna find out. Apparently it also means it's a mess in a different language. Why is this pronunciation AI generated and 37 seconds long? Get the fuck out of my face. Stop looking at me. Hold on, I gotta pause the music for a second. Kalusu? Kalusu? That's how you say Carlos in Chinese. Free tacos, hell yeah. That is a Fallout 1 character. Whoa, what are you uh-ohing about? Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know what I was gonna say. Probably wasn't important. Probably didn't matter. I finished the sketch. I wanted to finish the emote during the stream. I finished the sketch. Me cago en tu puta madre. Should I ban you for that? That feels like a bannable statement. Especially when it's directed at chat. Oh, it's an artistic way, okay. One of the most brutal death animations. Oh my god. He's really... Holy shit. That was brutal. It kept getting worse, too. That was horrible. I was thinking... I mean, I've been thinking about this in general. I need to do a stream where I learn my fake constructed language that I have somebody making for me. That's going to be a stream that happens at some point. But I was also thinking about this. I should do a stream with Picture where he teaches me how to speak Spanish. We should do multicultural streams. I need to learn other languages on stream with teachers. That's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask. But I think it would be really funny. I think it would be really funny if Picture taught me how to speak Spanish, especially with the particular Cuban dialect that I'm sure he knows. Please pay cat. I don't know if that... I don't know. That's, again, that's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask. Cat might be down for it, but I don't know. I feel like those would be fun streams, though. I feel like streams where I learn things from people would be fun. Those are the only types of duo streams I've done so far. The only types of co-op streams I've done so far is when I learn from people. I learned how to play Dwarf Fortress from Picture. I learned how to play I learned how to play Dominions and Flesh and Blood from Churl. And I guess that's really it. Those are the only co-op streams I've done. Yeah, I was gonna say it would be the chess stream, Stone, but I can't, like... Again, I don't think I can give that to you. I gotta offer it to Picture first. I think he gets first dibs on teaching you how to play chess. But that's up to him. It's been buffering? Damn. It seems fine on my end, so I don't know. I think that might be a you issue. Are the future D&D games going to be streamed? No. That's too much pressure. If I was going to stream the D&D campaign or any sort of D&D campaign, any kind of TTRPG campaign, I would want to really do it up. I would want to make it like a really good. Right now, that's like gonna be like a recreational activity for me. Doing the TTRPG stuff is like, that's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be a production. If I were going to stream it, I would want it to be like, I would want to really do it up. And I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not a good enough DM. Any thoughts on Lieutenants? I think I already commented on it. I think I did a live react. I think I already gave my thoughts. You're back? All right. Can I ask you a question, Grinner? Am I allowed to single you out on the stream? You can say no, by the way. You can resist. But I have a question I want to ask you while I have you captive here, live. Do I have any further thoughts? I guess I gotta look at it again. It seems like they're being gunned down by like a machine gun or something. I don't know if this is some sort of mutant reaction they're having, but they're like exploding from the inside. They're either being shredded by bullets or exploded from the inside. I can't really tell. Go ahead. Did you have a chance to review the rules of Old School Essentials yet? I need a definitive answer on who's willing to play in the campaign. I gotta start thinking about this shit. I'm trying to make moves. So I need definitive answers. It's okay if you don't have one yet, but I'd like to get one. I don't want to put anybody on blast, but speaking of blast, it's alright if you haven't, but, you know, I'm trying to decide. I guess I need a definitive answer from Picture, too. I don't know if he's down to play. I'm assuming he's down to play, but I don't know for sure. Why haven't I asked you yet? You're in the Discord. I asked everybody in the Discord. I could ask you right now. Do you want to play? You can. It's an open invitation. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about how cybernetics work in the Fallout universe. Could they rip you apart like that if they malfunctioned? Would that happen to you? Also, I don't really get tryptophobia from this album cover. When I see the shape in the background, I think of like a, I don't know. I think of like a Ramiel. I think of like an angel from Evangelion. Some sort of weird unknown entity. It feels alive to me, that shape. It doesn't really I don't know, it doesn't really disturb me in that way. A mad god, shut up. Why is this a point of contention that I like the movie Mad God? Why is this a major sticking point with you? Lieutenant is the only person with cybernetics in the Fallout universe. Okay, well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that their death animation no matter what happens? That's probably the most likely way to interpret it then. I don't know the Fallout lore, so no, you don't have to do that, Batman. Don't do that. Ixnay on the inner day invitation. I don't know. I've said this before, but I feel like trypophobia, is it tryptophobia or trypophobia? I feel like that's just like something everybody has. I think you can have it worse than other people. You can have it to degrees, but I feel like everybody kind of has trypophobia in some form. I might be wrong about that, but I think it's just a natural reaction. It's just an unsettling image. No, you didn't typo. I was just questioning. You typed it correctly. You did not typo. You typed it correctly. But also, Seamus, if I'm being 100% honest, you can join the campaign if you'd like to, but I kind of don't want you to. I feel like you just cause problems for me. I feel like if you were to join the campaign, you would just do everything in your power to make my life difficult, and I don't really want that. You're already kind of doing it, and you haven't even said you want to play or not. I don't think you really want to play. If you do, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're just trying to get a rise out of me. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's an open invitation, so Will I ever play Fallout 1? I might. I don't know. I might play any game. I guess that's my general answer. When it comes to what I'm going to play on the stream, I might play any game. I don't know. The future is uncertain. I mean, I have a lot of friends who don't want to play TTRPGs with me, so... Who would murder Hobo for the sole reward of... That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying. Also, again, if you haven't looked at the rules yet, Old School Essentials is kind of... It's kind of the type of game where you can't really murder Hobo. Old School Essentials is the type of game where, like, you're fucking super weak. If you want to become a murder hobo, you gotta work for it. If you try to start picking random fights with people, the best odds you got are 50-50. There's a real good chance you'll just get owned. When am I gonna wear wigs? Didn't I get bought that wig forever ago? Would you believe me if I told you that's actually a really sore subject? Would you believe me if I told you that that's actually something I really don't want to elaborate on at this present juncture? I'm surprised you even remember that. Don't remember that. Forget about it. That didn't happen. No, it's alright. You don't have to apologize. How would you know? How would you have any idea? You wouldn't know. I'm not at that level of drunk. Shut up. Wait, is that a reference to the Lord of the Rings films? Also, you were a band. I know what the Master looks like. I've seen him before. Or it. I don't know if it's a him. It's probably an it. It's a something, that's for sure. You can join the campaign if you want to, Seamus, but you have to answer me honestly. Do you want to or do you not want to? It's entirely up to you. All of the power is within your hands. You can join or you cannot join. You don't want to be anywhere you're not wanted, so you don't want to join. That's what I'm hearing. You're projecting right now. What I'm hearing is that you're too weak to give a committal answer. What I'm hearing right now is that all you want to do is hurt me. You don't want to give an honest answer, you just want to hurt me. Because I already said it's up to you. You shouldn't be thinking anything about what other people think. You're more than welcome to join if you want to. But you couldn't even give an honest answer. All you had to do was say yes or no, but you couldn't do that. You didn't have the strength to do that. I tried as hard as I could, but there's still deflection. I'm still seeing deflection. No, being a murder hobo isn't about murdering homeless people. It's about being homeless and murdering people. There's an interview prank pulled on the man who played Frodo by his... Oh, really? Elijah Wood got pranked? That sucks. I somehow did hear that Cracker Barrel changed its logo. I think I saw that on like a Twitter update or something. I saw that people were upset that Cracker Barrel changed its logo and the stock prices plummeted. But I didn't bother to read into it further because I didn't give a shit. I did see that happened and didn't try to get additional information because I really didn't care. They lost $200 million? That's a lot of money. Also, that death animation is very cool. I liked it. I don't think you're gonna get saddled with a bunch of... I don't think you're gonna get saddled with a bunch of murder hobos. Like I said, the way that the system works, you can try to be a murder hobo, but you're probably not going to be successful. You can try to be a murder hobo, but you'll probably lose. Most of the experience in old school D&D is not from killing people, it's from getting treasure. It's not from killing. So you'll be level 1 for a long time. And when you're level 1, a stiff breeze could knock you over. A stiff breeze could kill you. I'm pretty sure you and Minty have both said yes. Minty said yes on stream. I'm pretty sure. Ow. Yeah, exactly. But the way it works is it's like 1 gold equals 1 experience. The amount of treasure that you accumulate is equivalent to the amount of experience you get. I mean, we'll figure it out. Scheduling is always a nightmare, but we'll figure it out. Also, I'd just like to say again, I only wanted a yes or no answer. I don't want to be anywhere I'm not wanted. I never said you weren't wanted. That's not a yes or no answer. You still didn't answer the question. You said, I don't want to be anywhere I'm not wanted, but you're not wanted. So that doesn't exactly give me any new information. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, anytime I'm not streaming, I could fit it into my schedule. I'm pretty flexible. I'm either streaming, or I'm asleep, or I'm free. Yeah, murder hobo is in TTRPG terms, murder hobo is basically somebody who doesn't really try to play the game in a way. They just kind of want to run around and kill things and like not actually engage with the narrative or like get themselves invested in the scenario. Yeah, they just kill things. But that's what I'm saying. Old school essentials and like the old school mentality of role playing is like you kind of can't do that. You kind of can't do that. The system doesn't really allow it. I think that's the problem, Stone. I think that's why a lot of people have a negative reaction to modern TTRPG systems is that they let you do that. The problem is that the rules allow that to happen when they generally shouldn't. They've sort of catered to those types of players and made that a viable play style when it shouldn't really be. Oh, you have another invitation? I see. Then I guess you'll have to decide. You'll have to choose. But that's up to you, obviously. No pressure. I think that's sort of the influence of modern video games and modern gameplay sensibilities. That's what role-playing games used to be about. It's like playing a role. And like not just engaging with the mechanics. It was about doing that kind of thing, but we've been steadily moving in a direction where you can kind of just like, you know, you can just play to the mechanics and be a murder hobo. Seamus isn't gonna go for it. It's not gonna happen. It's a fruitless endeavor. There's already darts in the rules, Stone. Those are already in the book. Darts as weapons is already in the book. Not by name, but they already exist. I was looking at the rules earlier. And I already saw something that perfectly fits the description of what darts would be as a weapon. I can't fault you for trying, it's true. Anyway, I'll be right back. I have to go urinate again. I think organizing things is maybe my least favorite activity. I think trying to wrangle people together and organize things and make things happen is my least favorite activity on planet Earth. But I put up with it. What's my most favorite thing off Earth? That's a tough question. Probably that transcendent feeling of weightlessness you get when everything is in accordance, when you move beyond your own body and you sort of experience everything around you holistically and you just feel totally present in the moment. You're neither here nor there nor anywhere else. You're both perfectly situated in the moment and in every moment that has ever existed. That's probably my favorite thing, but I don't really get to experience that too often, so. I think I might have to end the stream. I don't really want to, but like I'm really tired. I am exhausted. It has been it's been a doozy and a half. I think I gotta call it. As much as I want to keep going, I think I'm reaching my limits. I think I gotta stop. Someone said that and you made that exact. I mean, it's a pretty obvious joke. It's a pretty obvious. Oh my god. I'm losing it. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Fuck. All right. Relax. Relax over there. I think I gotta stop. I'm like, I expended way too much energy during the stream, like I said. I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I have no idea what tomorrow's stream is gonna be. I need to figure that out when I get up. I gotta get up and I gotta figure out what the next stream is gonna be. Or maybe it will be revealed to me in a dream. I don't know. Did I talk? Oh, I didn't talk about my dream last night. I had an amazing dream last night. I had maybe one of my favorite dreams I've ever had. It was really good. I don't know if I should talk about it now or if I should save it for the next stream. I can't write it down. It's like an unwrite downable dream. I don't even know how I would describe it in like writing. It was that good. It was like an experience just for me. It was like I was watching an anime from like a lost like late 80s like early 90s anime, like an OVA that you've never heard of, and it was very gay. It was hard gay. It was like very flamboyant, like leather-clad gentlemen like putting on a show. They were in a huge like techno steampunk cyberpunk tower, and they were like preparing a festival and they were putting on a show. And it was beautifully animated, and there were like the shots, the shot composition and the camera angles and everything was like amazing. There was one shot where like the main guy was like walking into the tower and he opened up the doors, and then the camera zoomed. The camera did like a cool move to like a bird's eye view, and you could see the floor underneath him that he was walking on, and it was like a crazy psychedelic pattern. And there were like a bunch of other performers who walked onto the stage, and like they did their cool pose, and like you could see each individual character. And he like reached his podium and he was like making an announcement about like what the show was going to be about. And there were like different levels that you could go to in the tower where you could see different performances that they were putting on. And I got the sense that it was like a very ragtag group of animators that were making this. It was a very slipshod production. It was a passion project that they were putting together. I can't describe it. Like, the visuals were so striking. It was so well done. It was amazing. It was one of the most beautifully animated things I've ever seen in my life. The attention to detail was immaculate. And Homer Simpson was in charge of the lighting. Homer Simpson and Lisa Simpson were there, and they were setting up the lighting, and they plugged in the electricity and they shocked themselves. That was pretty cool. And then the dream kind of zoomed out, and I was with a bunch of my friends, and we were all I had put this on for everybody to watch, and we were all watching it together, and they were all really into it. They all thought it was awesome. And then there were a couple other people there who weren't so into it. They were very homophobic and they didn't like it. but I didn't pay too much attention to their opinion because I knew how good it was. I knew how good it was. They didn't understand. But yeah, that was my dream. It was one of the more vivid dreams that I've had in a long time. I have a lot of questions about dreams and like how other people experience them. I have animated dreams a lot. I have a lot of dreams where I'm not even in them. I'm just sort of watching something happen. I have a lot of dreams that are like animated, like they're cartoons, or they're like an anime, or they're like a 3D video game. I see that all the time, where I'm just sort of like watching. Oh, my soundtrack's fucking up. I'm just like watching something. I'm not even in it. It's just like a thing that I'm seeing. It's like media being transmitted to me from an alternate dimension, from the dream dimension. It's really cool. That's what this stream was. Anyway, sorry, I started pogging again. I started pogging out about my dreams. They were really cool. I like them. I need to stop streaming now, though. Shit I need to do. I have things that need to be taken care of. Like some late night introspection. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what I am or what I'm doing or where I exist relatively on a universal scale, but on a karmic scale, but we'll figure it out. It's not really such a big deal, I guess. I do appreciate all of you. Really, truly, for certain. I mean that. I don't know. I think I've overstayed my welcome. I think I just have to stop. I'm just gonna keep rambling. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I'm gonna go throw up, I guess. I'm gonna go purge hardcore. I'm gonna go start vomiting and continue vomiting until just a thin stream of clear liquid comes out of my body. I'm gonna keep doing that until I'm expunging raw essence. Until ectoplasm starts exiting me. I'm going to try to get all of that out of my system. And then I'll hopefully be ready to stream tomorrow. I'll hopefully be nice and clean by the time tomorrow's stream rolls around. Anyway, good night. Or good morning, or good afternoon, or good midday, or whatever. I will see you all in the next one. I love you all. You're all wonderful people. Peace out.